Hi, welcome to Dark Side of the Loom. I'm Tony, and in this episode we're going to be talking about how to finish off your project using the Hemstitch, and at the end of it we'll actually get to see my first project that I've ever done. So, stick around. Right, so here we are. This is the as far as I've managed to get with the project. I've actually run out of the darker wool. So what we need to do, I could, if I wanted, I could just cut it off here, tie them up, and be done with it. However, this could potentially come loose, and that's what I don't want to happen. So the Hemstitch is designed to keep it all nice and neat and tight, and then we can do whatever we want with the ends, and hopefully it should come undone. So the Hemstitch, the theory is that we're going to go across a certain number of warp threads, up a certain number of weft threads, tie it on, and move on to the next one. Now, depending on what type of pattern you're going for, you could go for 3 across and 3 up. You could do, 1 across and 1 up if you wanted to. I think I'm going to go for 2 and 2, and we'll see how it comes out. This is all an experiment for me as well. Okay, so the theory is that I'm going to do 2 by 2, and I'm going to go under 2. You can see like that, 2 there, and then up by 2. 1, 2 to there. There we go. Pull that through. Pull that neat, and then we're going to go under 2 again, loop that over, pull, 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 and there we have a nice neat knot there. So let's try that one again. So I'm going to go, so I've already done those 2, so I'm going to go under these 2, so I'm going under these ones, and I'm going to come up 1, 2 there. I really hope my head's not in the way. There we go, 2 there, pull that through, flick that back over there, under 2, loop that over, and pull through. Oh, I've got a bit of a knot there. No, you don't, you cheeky little beggar. Come on, come on. There we go. Nearly had a disaster. There we are, and pull that tight. There we are, you can see they're starting to come into little groups. So let's do one more for luck and see how we go. So, under these 2, up through these 2, there we go. Pull that through. Snug. Under these 2 and tie it off. Yeah, look at that. That's getting to be a really nice, neat edge there. So we'll carry on with the rest of this, and we'll come back to you when it's all done. Okay, so I've got to the end, which is going to be a little interesting because normally I would come down through here and then up through another 2 threads, but there aren't any more here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that through to there as I normally would, and then I'm going to just nip through this edge. There we go. Bring it up. Back down. There we are, that works. Sussed it. We have a fly joining us, you can bugger off. There we are. Nicely done. Look at that. Lovely and neat. So, just to finish it off, I will just weave through a couple here, just to fit the tail in. There we go. Up and down, up and down, up and down. That'll do nicely. Pull that through. A little bit of a lump at the end there, but I think it'll be okay. Little shears, here we go. I'm going to leave a bit of a tail sticking out here because when I put it through the wash, all this will sit nice and neat and then I can just trim it off a bit better. So there we are. That's the hemstitch done. Now we get to the really interesting bit, which is where I'm a little bit nervous, which is cutting all this off, because that really is the point of no return. I am most definitely finishing this project. So, well, no more mucking about. Let's get it done. Here we go. I'm going to cut them quite long so then I've got a bit more room to play with. Oh dear, here we are. If I've missed anything, it is way too late now. And it's off. So let's release that. Oh, look at that, doesn't it look good? There we are, and we'll just pull this all the way off. And now we're back to the other end where, now, if you watched my first couple of videos, you'll probably remember me saying when I sorted out all this lot, that I went, oh, you know what, I'll do the hemstitch later because I just want to get onto the weaving. I'm now regretting that decision, but I will do all that. We'll get this other end hemmed up and then we'll see what the final project's like. I'm excited. Right, so there we are. That's the other end of the hemstitch done. Definitely would have been easier if I'd done it at the beginning. I've had to roll it onto the other end so that it actually stays on. But now, it's time for the reveal. So let's start undoing all of this lot. Let's see what we end up with. This I could have done. I actually tied these a little tighter than I expected. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm quite happy with. I'd rather it's harder to undo than it is to do up. There we go. So, all in all, for making this, with various breaks and bits and pieces, it was a good few days of working on it. The hemstitch took me about 15 minutes at this end and about 10 minutes on the closer end once I got the hang of it. It's actually fairly quick once you get in the swing of it. But, See, it's all holding quite nicely, which is what I like to see. Here we go. Almost there. So yes, a couple of weeks of, well, I wouldn't say hard work, but certainly a learning curve. But I think if this one is a success, then I can see good things coming. There we go. Oh, we're almost there. I'm really quite nervous. Here we go. Come on, get undone. I'm getting impatient now. Oh, no, see, I've messed it up because I got impatient. Slow down, Tony, come on. It's not going anywhere. There we go. What's going on with this one? There we go. Oh, 3 more to go. We're nearly there. Oh, come on. I'm trying to keep talking so that you've got something to listen to while I'm fiddling around with this lot. But I'm all excited. So you have to forgive me on that one. Here we are. The last one. Oh, and of course, it's a snug one. And there it is. Okay. Take that off. Here we go. Well, it's gone a bit lumpy in places. It's sitting rather strangely. It's got a definite bow to it, but you know what? I think once I get it through the wash, all of it'll sit in a bit better. I don't think that's too bad at all. Well, you know what? I think once I've got the ends neatened up, I think I'll call that a success. So there we are. That was the Hemstitch. That's my my first project. So as always, look after yourself, look after others, and I'll catch you next time. Shout out to my mate Andy, who came up with the idea of the name for the channel. If you like what you see and you fancy seeing some more, then hit subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.